All right, guys, this is 1993 SP Football Pack number 77. But 6 on the random. In today's players, more look up and respect A-Rod. Because more of a younger generation that saw him as opposed to the guys who were teammates. So, all right. So 6 on the random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ryan Howard was a very good player. Yes, he was. Okay, so the whole thing behind Biogenesis, MLB was going to sue the doctor who was running the clinic. And instead, he decided to turn around and work with MLB. And he was like, hey, I've got a bunch of names of guys who were in my clinic who took PEDs. He was gonna go to jail because he was dealing PEDs to minors and children in Miami. And eventually he did go to jail for that. But before then, he decided to basically take his whole client list of MLB with him, including A-Rod, Ryan Braun, Bartolo Colon, Melky Cabrera, Nelson Cruz, a whole bunch of them. A-Rod was really the one that baseball wanted because Bud Selig wanted to go out with a bang and took a big player down with him. Even though Bud Selig knew A-Rod was using. Yep. Plus, A-Rod was a good teammate, too. For a lot of those young kids, the young Dominican players, A-Rod was fluent in Spanish. And he was a very good teacher of baseball. So, a bunch, yeah. It was... It's done? Okay. Alright, I will do that next. Francisco Cervelli, I remember that one. Yeah, he was a Yankee. He got busted and never really regained the starting catcher job. I remember that one. Okay, Greg Lloyd for the Steelers. Oh yeah, I remember covering that whole circus when A-Rod got suspended, appealed it, played well. Most pitchers abused roids. See, I think HGH actually helps heal injuries. And actually, helps the body heal quicker. It's what Andy Pettit took when he was on Houston. Suffered it's Craig Hayward. Suffered an elbow injury, wanted to get back on the field quicker. Took HGH to heal his elbow. Did not do it to enhance his play. Just wanted to get back on there because he felt like he had an obligation to his contract. Demetrius DeBose. So, and they've shown studies where HGH actually helps the body and it does not have long-term harm effects on the body. Yet it still pops up on the list of banned substances. Calvin Martin.
So even if it's prescribed by a doctor, it's a problem?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alfred Williams. Quentin Coriat. Oh yeah, I mean, Brian, if you just go back to the 2003 when they did the blind test to see how many players were clean and dirty, I mean, 103 names were on that list. Granted, they couldn't do anything to them because they had no penalty or policy in place to suspend anybody. So, and they just wanted to see at the time who was using and who wasn't, and I mean, Ortiz was on it with Manny Ramirez. Willie Green. I could write an entire blog. I could do a podcast that'll last a week on this whole issue. Brent Jones, former 49ers tight end. mean, if anything, the after effects of taking steroids has the worst long-term effects. The acne, the certain shrinkage of a body part, the anger, Reggie Cobb. And if you don't work out, eventually the deterioration of your knees, which is what happened to Juan Gonzalez. Cortez Kennedy. So if anything, the use of steroids. I'm an old jock, PE teacher from the 80s and 90s, and I was a former football player in 2000s. So Cortez Kennedy. You get a job at a textbook company. That's books. Books are going to become, unfortunately, textbooks are going to become obsolete, especially with iPads and everything. Howie Long, it's a matter of time. Unfortunately, publishing companies who do the textbooks, I think it's a matter of time. Everything's going to be digital. Everything's going to be on iPads and laptops, and I'm surprised they are already. That's just kind of the way the things are going with technology. And Leslie O'Neill. Yeah. Well, have fun rocking. It's a way to watch vintage breaks. Yep. Yeah, that one I've heard too with Tiger. And who knows? Alright, guys, that was 1993 SP Football Pack number 77. Done.